Today's horoscope, Capricorn June 2nd, 2025. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. With Venus in your privacy sector these days, doing some soul searching regarding your feelings can be par for the course. You may need extra space to understand your affections and process recent events. Venus aligns with Chiron today, prompting a compelling urge to heal and move on. With Mars and the Moon also coming together today, you're ready to take action on an emotional level. There can be a trigger or other potent reminder of an open wound, such as something from your past for which you didn't receive closure, for example. Self-honesty can now open you up to opportunities for healing. You can also offer tremendous insight and experience to others. You have the chance to better understand what and who is most valuable to you. This can benefit your relationships with yourself and others, as well as your financial or practical worlds. Saturn is a mighty force in astrology. In ancient times, people even feared Saturn's energy and considered him to be malefic. However, in present days, we now look at Saturn through the lens of his teachings of some of the most important life lessons we have experienced in a lifetime. This is because he can, at times, bring karmic weight for us to carry during his transits, which, if we work through, can bring us great reward. Currently, as he soars through the zodiac sign of Aries, we will all face life lessons about how we embrace our egos and appease our romantic desires. Pay attention to this now. Your career could veer in an unexpected direction, but don't think of it as a step backward. Look around and wait for all the data to come in. Then you'll see the situation clearly. Trying new things often improves our quality of life. Europe lived without tomatoes until the 1500s when they were brought over by travelers from the New World. It was new to the travelers. Consider opening up to new forms of relaxation in order to aid in your capacity to reflect on old patterns and welcome in the new. Yoga and Pilates are wonderful ways to strengthen the lower spine. Meditation can help as well. It also would be wise to limit your intake of alcohol during this time. Don't be surprised if a sense of adventure fills you on this day. This is part of this vibration's charm. It can see you starting something totally new and different from anything you've ever tried before. Let this essence seize your spirit. You can't spend all of your free time working. Getting your heart pumping through some excitement will do you a world of good by making you feel more alive. Such things will also bring your mood to an all-time high. When the moon left your relationship sector yesterday, this not only left you more emotionally engaged and aware, but with a sense of anticipation and a read on the communication support that is still there a week after Saturn left your communication sector last week. While this was an ordinary monthly visit, as the last before Jupiter returns in 9 days to begin your biggest relationship year in over a decade, this is something that you can hold on to until then. Meanwhile, the moon's last visit to your financial sector before Mars leaves is both adding fuel to his financial passions and fighting spirit and giving you a better sense of where to channel this. The moon's departure from your relationship sector yesterday has done more than just leave you more emotionally engaged and aware. This last visit before Mars returns comes a week after Saturn was the last planet to leave your communication sector. Yet the moon's friendly aspect to the North Node there leaves you with the confidence that while not a planet, the North Node can keep the communication lines open. Daily Planetary Overview. It's a quiet ache, one that can creep in even when you're surrounded by company. Today's astrological alignment Venus conjoining Chiron in Aries brings that feeling into focus. It gently challenges us to ask, is it better to be alone than to feel alone with someone who just doesn't see you anymore? This celestial event shines a light on emotional wounds related to love, self-worth, and connection. Venus, the planet of relationships, beauty, and values, meets Chiron, the wounded healer. When this happens in Aries, the sign of individuality, bravery, and instinct, it's a cosmic cue to turn inward and ask ourselves some important questions. Am I truly being cared for? Am I compromising too much of myself to stay connected to someone else? Am I honoring my needs in love, in friendship, even in my family dynamics? If your answer is no, you are not alone. And more importantly, you don't have to stay stuck in that space. Today offers you the clarity and courage to listen and to your instincts. That quiet inner voice that's been nudging you to make a change? It's growing louder now. Whether it's about letting go of a toxic tie, redefining the boundaries in an existing relationship, or even reaffirming your own self-worth after a long period of doubt, this energy is here to guide, not to shame. It reminds us that healing isn't always found in holding on, sometimes it's in choosing yourself. Perhaps you've been putting off a decision. hoping things would get better and their own. Hoping someone else would change. But with this transit, you may finally find the strength to move forward not because you've given up, but because you're ready to rise. And that, in itself, is healing. What's powerful about this moment is how it sparks energy in other areas of life too. You may feel a renewed sense of vitality, a fire that inspires action. This is a great time to refocus on personal goals and revisit ideas you've been sitting on. That dream project, that creative pursuit, that health goal you've been thinking about, it's not just a passing thought. It's a seed that's ready to be planted. Take steps, however small, towards something that matters to you. At work, even if new challenges appear, the universe seems to offer support just when you need it. Maybe a colleague steps up unexpectedly. Maybe a mentor gives you advice that changes your perspective. Stay open to help from surprising places. Sometimes the most unlikely interactions become pivotal turning points. Don't dismiss these moments of assistance just because they don't arrive in the form you expected. In terms of your health and wellness, this is also a beautiful time to lay the groundwork for long-term well-being. It doesn't require a radical overhaul. In fact, slow and mindful shifts are often the most lasting. Whether it's cutting back on habits that no longer serve you, or adopting something as simple as a 10-minute morning walk, these gentle commitments can have profound effects over time. And if you're feeling a bit more social today, don't be surprised. Conversations may flow more freely, and people seem more eager to connect. It's a great day to reach out, even if it's just to check in on a friend or chat with someone who makes you laugh. The energy is vibrant, full of curiosity and warmth, making it easier to communicate openly and honestly. So if there's something you've been meaning to say, now might be the right time. Financially, this is a day for smart listening. You've got good instincts. There's real value in seeking advice. Whether you're considering an investment, a purchase, or simply looking to better manage your resources, talk to someone who knows the terrain. You don't have to figure it all out alone. You may be surprised at the opportunities that arise simply by being willing to ask a few good questions. And let's not forget the importance of movement, of doing something active, not just for your body but for your spirit. If you've been feeling stuck or sluggish lately, physical activity could be the release you need. Not in a forced way, but in a joyful one. Call a friend for a walk, try that online dance class you've been eyeing, or simply stretch to your favorite playlist. There's something incredibly uplifting about shared movement. When you move with others, you're reminded you're not carrying the weight of life alone. So today, honor yourself. Not just the polished version that shows up for others, but the raw, honest, brave self that sometimes feels unsure, yet keeps going anyway. There is strength in recognizing what you need, and even more in acting on it. We all experience these crossroads differently, but the journey to healing and self-trust is one we share. And it's one worth walking together. You are worthy of connection that feels mutual. You are allowed to choose peace, even if it means letting go. And you are capable of building a life that feels full even when you stand on your own. Until next time, take care of your energy and let it lead you home to yourself.